art, it's a creative field. I mean, we all say, oh, wonderful that somebody paints a beautiful painting, how creative. But sex is the same creativity, is needed. What happens if you don't do it? What? You burn out. The relationship gets sexually boring within a year and a half, 2 years. So you can have the same relationship. And I learned that, for example, in Holland, the married couples span, the average, is the highest. And USA is one of the lowest. And in Holland, these people, they go to swingers clubs, they do threesomes, they do S&M and everything. Married couples for like 20 years. They really live it out. And that's how you stay together. Really. What's your most sexual sensation? Anybody has a really good experience of something that was extreme and felt really intense about it? Is there anybody?
I got one.
There, she is. Other than you. Yeah?
I bought him in suspension bondage.
Special bondage?
Suspension bondage.
Suspension
Yeah,
bondage.
but it's been like the most healing thing I've ever experienced, like sexual trauma. Yeah.
Oh, you even use it for, you had sexual trauma and you use the bondage to overcome it. It's awesome. You earn a condom. Wait a second. You actually earned something now. Ta-ta! Original art. Okay, what's your sensation?
Okay, so, well, mine was like a little story, but maybe, I didn't know if you were talking about like
Doesn't
your
matter.
main thing. Okay, cool. So the only time I ever had an orgasm from hooking up with a guy was, I was like at the end of my period, I was wearing a pad, girls. Okay, I was wearing a pad, and then he like wanted to eat me out, and I was like, okay, hold on. Like, I'm still like at the end of my period, there's some blood on my pad, like I don't think that. He's like, no, it's fine. And I was like, I like show it to him too. He's like, it's cool, I don't care. And he was just so, like, getting so turned on just from turning me on that like turned me on even more. And then I was able to have an orgasm. But ever since then, like, because that's, like, you'll never find someone that's like, well, I mean, you can't, but like, that's that dedicated.
Yeah.
Like, you just gotta know, like, whoa, they want me that bad. And it's just like this best feeling.
It's amazing how we feed each other's energy. It's like what you just said is like, first no, but it turns him on, then it turns me on, that it turns him on, it turns him on, that it turns her on, and like, bang! The Big Bang Theory, right?
So, me and my ex made a cock mold of him.
A cock what?
A cock mold of my ex. He's really a group effort. We had like 6 people trying to do it, and it was both very not sexual and was. Because they have to consistently say hardcore for the mold.
I just wanted to say, you have to fluff him the whole
Yeah.
time.
However, it's also like very scientific, and there was people who were just casually helping, and it was very interesting. Then we broke up, and 8 months later received it in the mail, so that was fun.
No, you earned one too. So the mold stays clean. All right. So, yeah, pretty much. Anybody else has one? I love it. I like a cock. Can you loan it to me? No, I'm just kidding.
Sure.
Just joking.
I have one.
Oh,
So I was on the bar in San Francisco Bay Area.
I'm gonna give this book away for the strongest sexual sexual fantasy you ever had. It doesn't matter because we're gonna learn that fantasies are totally awesome. Doesn't matter how weird and wicked they come across. There's no political correctness, I guarantee you, in sexual fantasies. In that field, we need a little training. We need to, in sex, to intensify our sex. We can really learn to intensify our orgasms. And one of the most important thing is to prolong the sexual act. So not allowing yourself to come when you feel like, oh, it's coming on and let's quickly finish or let it come through. No, you stop yourself. You completely let a physical friction when you're in and out, you say stop. Or you have a code word. That's also very good. When you have like green means go ahead, full force. Yellow, that means slow down. I'm getting to this zone. And red means total stop. And then think about George W. Bush or something. We have have like eye lock. It's mind-blowing. I don't know if anybody tried out bringing in the soul into the sex. I mean, it's just really mind-blowing that you do the act and you don't have to look each other the whole time in the eyes, but when you feel it's coming on and you allow yourself, it's really good if you can prolong your orgasms like 2 times, sometimes even 3 times. As more time you prolong it, as more intense your orgasm gets. It's really awesome. And what you do is like try it out, and when you are about to come, then you look into each other's eyes with 2 eyes into 2 eyes. And you lock that, and you allow that to take you away, and that is almost like a satellite shooting out. It's mind-blowing, intense. Come in, everybody. Don't stay outside.